Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Week 1 Discord VoIP stream match for Very Easy League 2020 against MackMcD and PlatonicGuy. We will get these guys going in a moment. We'll get this match underway for Week 1. Here with comms, we got Apache. He'll be chiming in every now and then, so.
Hello, future YouTube viewer.
And away they go. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the runners, Apache?
Okay, so both of them have had the world record in this game. Max had it twice, Platonic's had it once. I'd say anyone who's got a 102 is considered a tier 1 runner in the league, and Mac has a 10306, so you could consider him tier 1 as well. He's exceptional at this game.
Yeah, Mac is definitely no stranger to this. He's been running this game for almost 3 years to this point. He was one of the pioneers of the very easy category and what it's kind of turned into today. He kind of started very easy, and then runners like me and Apache and tons of others have come along to like optimize it. But he's always been around. He's always been interested. He always wants to partake in the action. And a league like this,
he's always seen a level of success as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like he's in every competition we've kind of had, and he's not really one for having friendly races with people. He's not someone who will just like grind a new strat as it comes along. You know, he'll wait for everyone else to kind of like figure stuff out, and then he'll just come along and pick it up really easily. Yeah, he's a really strong runner, and I certainly wouldn't count him out of this race against Platonic, who is the second seed in the league, so seed 2 and 3.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents.
Oh, let me double check my stream. Did Mac get the immediate back shot?
Yes, Mac got the immediate left side shot. So, but he's doing all right with it.
I have no one, nothing except
But he's gonna lose a couple of seconds because of that. Oop, she went low. Struggling a little bit. Yeah, getting that first shot at the start is just a little bit awkward, but he managed. It's all right.
It's always a scary one because you've immediately, if you get a left side start Olga and accidentally get the shot, because no one really goes for it, right? It just happens accidentally. You have to pick up the next shot in free aim. You can't lock onto her. If you lock on, it'll hit the container at the back. So it's kind of a scary one.
And we gave you, while we have some time, we gave you a little bit of history on MackMcD. PlatonicGuy, while newer to the whole scene and whatnot, he's still been around for a while. This dude is no joke. He has held the world record in this category. He has found many strats, optimizations. He's a hell of a VR runner, which really helps. He's one of the best MGS2 players for sure.
Yeah, he's an extremely technical player as well. He understands the nuance and movement that you need to do in every single room. He also has the tanker world record, which is an extremely optimized and difficult world record to achieve. He is more cautious in races than other people, right? Like, I know he has some misgivings about doing ladder glitch in races. He'll play more cautiously than others. I think that's worth saying.
Yeah, I think if he had better internet, which his internet issues are definitely famous, he would definitely be watching his runner, his opponent, and paying attention to making decisions like based on the current pace, which is high level play for sure. And as you can see, he gets the swag strat there, dominoing into the guards, skipping a cutscene since he's under caution. Mac taking the more traditional approach and just taking the cutscene.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably about half and half, right, in the league of people who do the swag strat and people who do the safer strat.
Yep.
I've not seen anyone really have an issue with the swag strat in the league. It's just some people don't want to go to all the effort for that 1 second time save, but Platonic doing it there. We'll see different Deck 2 strats here as well, right? Platonic will go for the SOCOM shots, whereas Mac will just trank him as he gets up to him.
Yep. Yeah, the USP strat is somewhat new. It guarantees the last guard to be in his place sooner. That way you don't get an alert. Mac does get the alert, but he does take out the last guard before getting kicked.
As long as you hook the right side, you'll never get an alert. Mac didn't hook the right enough, which is why he got caught.
Unless your name is D-Limes13, but we won't get into that. Guard rush for PlatonicGuy. 7 guards in total. Trying to USP all the guards. Very, very clean start.
Fortunate pattern. Such a fortunate pattern where you can tag that the guard on the right in third person. That's like really good pattern.
Oh, he's only got 2 bullets back.
Oh, he's got 2.
He's got to trank these guards. And this is going to be really slow. Well, he USP'd the last, which is smart, but that's unfortunate. And Platonic going with a very, very fancy ladder glitch and nails that successfully.
I was watching him like a hawk because Platonic can do the right side hold 1, which is way faster. If you go to the right door, it's a lot more technical and involved, though. Very, very difficult to achieve.
Yep. And Mac gets his ladder glitch as well. Platonic doing a fancier right side or hold up strat. Saves about a half a second.
I was practicing that. I don't know how it works.
You have to trank the guards. They have to go down. And Platonic going for the more traditional 3-spot photo approach. So he'll do risky stuff, but then he'll do like 3-spot photos instead of 2, which 2-spot photo is pretty easy, so I don't get that sometimes.
6:18:96 on the tanker clock time left. Those really fast holds.
And Mac with a 6:18:53 as well, so pretty similar. Not too far of a gap coming out of tanker, anything can happen.
But that's just a warm-up. The real meat of the time save is found in the plant.
Yeah, bomb disposal. You have Fat Man, Ames, Harrier's a big one. And if either of these guys go for swim glitch later, that could be a deciding factor as well. So, not too far of a gap right now for Mac to make up, but it's still a good race.
Mac's pretty hot on the swim glitch, right?
Yeah, I think he'll definitely go for it.
I'm not sure Platonic will.
I don't think he will.
I've not seen him do it that many times.
Yeah, only in like PB attempts, I think he would go for it. You definitely need it if you want world record at this stage, especially if you want the elusive 1 hour, 1 minute time.
Yeah, we were saying before the stream started that that'll definitely get cracked this year. I could see it before the end of 2020 for sure. Now, will they both go and get the M9? I'm not sure.
I don't think Mac will. Platonic is, which basically, since you really have nothing to do down here in the docks, you can just fool around, mess with the guards, or you can go back and get the M9 and get some extra bullets for no real reason. Oh, but he's still going to get it. Very nice. 2 people going to get the M9. That's good to see. It actually can be useful to get the M9 early. That way you have extra bullets for like an M9 Fat Man, which I think Platonic is probably going to go for.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just don't see the point of it, but I can see the point of it if you go for an M9 Fat Man.
Hmm.
It's so funny how you don't get that many M9 bullets.
Ooh, Platonic struggles getting into the little wire fence there.
In my race, I cartwheeled towards it, and I knew my cartwheel was wrong, so I just didn't prone. Like, it's good to know.
I was wondering what that was about.
If you're gonna fall short, it's better to just walk to it rather than fall prone and have to readjust.
Yep, for sure. Good awareness.
Yeah, so as I was saying, you don't get that many M9 bullets in the plant, but you get 100 in the tanker, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, and if you don't get the pack in, or you don't pick up the M9 early, you're only left with like 7 or 6 M9 bullets after bomb disposal. It's really not that much. Oh, bad cartwheel by Mac.
It's unfortunate.
Devastating.
There's been a few little, you know, movement mistakes coming out of both of them. Platonic had some suspect rolls in the tanker. There's been a few movement mistakes here. Platonic running through the door and hitting the codec. I've seen people start to favor that now.
Mm-hmm.
And you
I
get a
wonder if
full
that does save
cartwheel.
time. Yeah.
I think optimally it's probably the same.
Matt going with the more traditional approach.
I love seeing no water textures on Platonic, by the way. My first marathon run of this game had no water textures either. About a room worth of difference between them at the moment.
Yep, about maybe 10-15 seconds. It's not too bad. Bomb disposal for the most part is fairly straightforward. They'll both be going clockwise because that's what you do on very easy. Both be using the M9 and the coolant spray, obviously.
I think Platonic will be showing us some fancy cartwheels throughout bomb disposal. They're becoming more and more popular, it's good to see. Oh, Platonic. Maybe nerves, but he's had a little bit of... continuing to have a little bit of suspect movement.
And all that adds up in a category like this, so gotta be careful.
Did he spray the guard there as a bit of a backup?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, because the guard...
It's...
Oh, Mac.
Oh, Mac. Oh, that's unfortunate that you start mashing triangle way too early. Massive struggle.
In that situation, I still go for the hatch. Like, I never stop and shoot him because it's such an awkward place to do it. You can, like, warp the hatch door and get iframes if the guard's going to shoot you.
Right. Fancy cartwheel by Platonic. That's really not that hard to do, though.
I find it hard to get the full turn on it.
Yes.
Like,
that is harder.
and I think if you do it straight down, it doesn't save time. We're going to see them touch gloves here now. Platonic heading back down the heliport and Mac just starting it.
Platonic, a part of the one cartwheel club, had one cartwheel down those large set of stairs. Two cartwheels are for chumps.
Too, right?
I'm pretty sure. I think just about everybody is in the one cartwheel club now, except maybe like Plywood or somebody. I'm not sure.
No, Plywood did one in his race as well.
Okay. I don't think we've seen a 2 yet, which is good, because I hate that.
That is good.
Oh, he went for the damage cancel and didn't get it. Unfortunate. So he'll lose about 3 seconds there, but he won't have to deal with the mine later, so it's about a net 2-second loss. I think we'll see Mac do a traditional approach and just go around the mine. Yep. Yeah, when you're defusing that strut F-bomb, you gotta be really careful not to accidentally drop down into the little bomb area, because that's a terrible feeling and you'll lose about 10 seconds.
We've seen it, yeah, we've seen it a few times, right? It's really costly because you have to stand up twice and you have to do that really slow climb in the boxes animation.
There's somebody there.
I'm sure we'll see it a few more times across the 11 weeks, but you do try and avoid that.
Yeah, strut A can be a royal pain just because of all the crawling you have to do, the coolant rise, trying to get yourself lined up to defuse this bomb from the rear. But Platonic, the pro that he is, missed coolant rise, but got it first try at least.
can have all kinds of weird issues here. You can roll too early and not get the prone. You can have dead zone issues while crawling in the really sharp angles, not get the setup on the bomb, all kinds of things. It's a horrible little room.
Pretty clean
There's also
by
a little warp.
both.
There's a warp you can do out of the pipes if you take a really sharp angle. It'll force you out of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're more likely to get that with D-pad, but yes, little minor teleportation.
Platonic opting not to shoot the first guard in the transformer room. Just going to get him on the way back. Doesn't make much of a difference. It's just not something I normally see people do.
Maybe it saves like a milliframe if you don't do that. Then I don't know.
Just
like
literally thinking that. Mac will do everything to squeeze out some extra cartwheels in the rooms. He does them pretty much everywhere, right? He's heavy on cartwheels.
And he doesn't make mistakes for the most part with them, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them doing the newer Strut-C bomb defusal, where we defuse the bomb, then pick up the sensor. The reason for that is we used to do it the other way around, get the sensor and then defuse the bomb. When you would go back out into the BC bridge, you would kind of like just stand there and then the codec call would come in. Whereas now when you pick up the sensor, there's no delay on the codec and you save about 0.8 of a second doing it in this order.
Oh, Platonic just cartwheels through him. That's weird. I feel like he would notice you normally. He must have.
I think he tranked him, and it just looked like that because of the frame rate.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Platonic. A little bit of frame drops, internet issues, but not a big deal. Ooh, fancy cartwheel under that door.
Fancy cartwheel.
Wow.
That saves you a lot more than a regular cartwheel would.
I've never seen that before. Mid 343 or 353, 353.45. A very good time getting into the elevator for sure. I've yet to see a 354.
Just getting there. There's not a lot, half a second. But he really did push it there to get that time.
352.61 for Mac, so almost lost a second. But Fortune coming up can have some RNG involved. They're both going to go for a little more of a modern day setup where we're going to do some punch buffers at the start, have her shoot the forklift, shoot some boxes, but there can be some variants.
Yeah, you can do this room absolutely perfectly and still end up slower than
Bad cartwheel by Mac.
Still, Mac's staying in this.
Yeah, I mean, he lurks. He lurks, and if he's just hanging around, he is always dangerous.
He's one Platonic mistake away from the lead. That Fortune looked really good. PlatonicGuy.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Can't really go much better than that, right?
Yeah, I listened to the music to kind of know when or like what kind of pace I'm on for Fortune. Can't really tell, but it looks pretty good. Interesting setup with Mac, though. That's kind of odd.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad fortune either, so not too bad.
Yeah, normally we would destroy the barrels before the elevator cutscene, but Mac doing it his own way, as he regularly does.
Meanwhile, Platonic, I noticed that he menued to the coolant but kept the M9. We're going to be seeing M9 Fat Man.
Looking forward to that.
Little fancy chaff pickup by Mac. Pretty good. Got the damage cancel.
It's the ballerina twirl. When you go past, you get rid of the claymore, but you don't get the chaff pickup. So you have to spin round and pick it up.
Ooh, he picks up a claymore there. Interesting.
Gives him a straighter line across. It'll give him a better line later as well.
And it won't screw up his menus either for later.
It's the enemy.
I really like that cartwheel from Mac. Do you see that? Yeah, this will be the second M9 Fat Man we've seen. Makarov obviously doing the first one. I think it's only them two who'll go for it. Maybe as Tyler practices, he'll pick it up again, because Tyler did it in his PB as well.
Platonic getting a fast bomb with a different approach.
Yeah, Joe does it that way as well.
Alright, the setup. He's moving, so it's a little harder. Should be clean. Very nice.
Wow.
Very good. That's pretty quick.
That is actually so fast.
Mac! Where are you
Where's
going?
Mac going?
Where's Mac going?
Oh, he's gonna feel it when he hits this door.
Oh my god!
I have done this before.
Oh my god. He went all the way there.
The guard is not kidding either when he said nothing here.
Oh my god. I don't know what to say to that. I literally don't know what to say to that.
I've done it. I've done it in PBs. I've done it in races.
God, I feel for him. Like, well, he's okay. Just a little hiccup with this stream there. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. That's super unfortunate.
Yeah, it's gonna put him a few rooms behind. I mean, he's walked in the direction of there really isn't enough space in this run to make such an error. I think it's because you go through rooms multiple times, right? And so when you go into strut E from that side, you can think that you're going to Harrier, but that's annoying. He's gonna need some big mistakes from Platonic to come back in this race now.
Pretty clean Fat Man though.
RNG,
Very
yeah.
good. Didn't get the fast bump at the end, but pretty good otherwise.
It's a difficult, that last fast bomb, right? Like, you just kind of go for it and hope for the best, but there's no time to readjust or anything. You're just kind of putting yourself in the position and hoping that you get it.
Platonic just knocking out the guard because he has time. I've never seen that before.
How does he know, though? Does he know? He can't know, right?
Alright.
So what's going on with this crazy new Claymore strat, right? I've heard about people saying that they're going to damage cancel it, so they're going to put it down and damage cancel it rather than menuing the gun.
Well, you already have the gun menued, but it would just be faster instead of just aiming down and shooting the Claymore. I have yet to see that happen. The alert, what's this? Continuing the alert. I have never seen this before. Oh my goodness.
No, it doesn't spawn the guards, right? It stops the guards from spawning up top.
Huh. Okay.
Alright, Platonic. Alright.
Make a mental note of that. See if that's any faster.
We see you. He knew what to do there. He knew he had to adjust his movement. Mac knew he had to adjust his movement or he's getting blown up, so good awareness.
Alright, aims for PlatonicGuy. Not the best. It looks like the worst. Northwest.
Mac needs it.
Yeah, he needs everything at this point.
We need a God Aims and Platonic to get a one-shot Harrier for Mac to come back.
Platonic needs to do swim glitch.
What are you doing?
And, like, screw it up massively.
I think as the league goes on, we'll see more and more people picking up that Claymore strategy. Because it just looks so fun, right? It's not the biggest time save, but it just looks so fun. You want anything that'll take away the RNG of, like, getting a bad elevator as well. Because you generally do, right?
For sure.
So 9 times out of 10, it's going to be faster.
Alright, we should see Platonic clear the stairs here with a fancy cartwheel, and he does not. He misses it.
Too late. Too late.
Unfortunate.
No, if he wants lessons on how to do that, he can always hit me up.
Same.
I think Platonic will go for all of them. The Shell 1-2 one, the Strut D one. There's quite a few.
I think the Strut D one is slower though. Like, I don't. It looks great, but I think it's slower.
Oh, you gotta focus on what's important, right? Do you want to be fast or do you want to look cool?
Yes. Oh.
Hey, I know we're Platonic now.
He just.
Oh, he's I'm sure he's southwest. Oh no, ignore me. I'm wrong. I thought I saw him southwest.
Oh.
King.
It's unfortunate though, 2 really awful aims.
Yeah, for sure.
Like anything would have been a time save. Anything would have helped him. Anything other than that. You can't shoot that soon, right?
You can. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Alright, Platonic and his sensors. Platonic needs to mess up here about 3 times for Mac to catch up. Probably more than that. Oh, misses it. Oh my goodness, that was close.
So
that was so close. Platonic with the awareness to menu the chat before the fight starts. He'll be going for a 5+1 Harrier, no doubt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but low damage. Okay.
14
opportunity.
seconds available for Mac.
At least.
I'm sure it's the way he does that 4th shot that causes low damage. It's a weird way of doing it.
And these shots can occasionally not connect, so we'll see. This should end the fight. And it does.
Yeah. That's why it's good to put him down to 1. It's not just letting him fly away. You need to get both die shots because those flying shots can miss. But it's still 14 possible seconds.
Yep.
And Platonic lost a little bit of time on sensors as well because he went for the swag shot and missed.
Fancy cartwheel there to skip half those stairs. Very good. The gaps.
Mac nails his 5+1 and swim glitch. He is coming back into this race.
Which would be unreal. A little indecisive on the menus. Oh, what a shot there. Shot.
He knows he needs it.
Yeah, good sensors for sure. A little indecisive on those menus, but it's week 1 though. And he has said publicly he hasn't practiced a whole lot, he's just been busy. But he'll get better as the weeks go on.
Yeah, he's publicly said he's not going to practice, actually. He said he's just going to turn up and do his game every week.
High damage.
High damage.
Miss is the +1
so
though.
Unfortunate.
So there goes the 14 seconds.
Oh, he's not losing anything for this. But yeah, could have definitely done with those 14 seconds. And there you go, that's what it looks like when it misses.
Oh man.
You better off just standing there aiming the whole time. And no radar as well. Playing without radar is really risky.
Yeah, really rough area for Mac, but gets it done. Ugh.
I mean, yeah, you can always get dicked out of one shot on the flying shots, but if you just sit and aim at the Harrier the whole time, you can immediately fire the second one that will always hit.
Gets the leap of faith, no problem there. We have a pause.
Platonic is pausing.
Doesn't matter too much since this does go to IGT, but interesting nonetheless. Maybe he had the controller disconnect or something, who knows.
Encountered the enemy requesting backup.
Tonic with his Nikita shot through the vent. Pretty clean, pretty standard. Nothing to see there.
Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
And Mac has made his way to the Shell 2 core.
Wait, Platonic's way out in front now.
Yeah, it's well over a minute. Mac went the wrong way for a second. I really hope he doesn't try to do swim glitch or something right now. Like, and then Platonic just spamming his bullets, just for no apparent reason. I don't know. I don't think he'll go for swim glitch because I think he knows he's not on like world record pace, but just kind of fooling around at this point. But maybe he'll go for it just for some practice. You never know.
It's possible.
He will play it safe. That is, I respect that call. So Matt could do swim glitch, get a little bit of time back, but it would take a crash or something at this point for Platonic, or the bleed bug or something.
What are you doing?
He needs multiple swim glitches at this point.
Yeah, strats
It's just a
alone
shame
is. Yeah.
It's not been a thing. It's not about like. It's not even rust. It's like his biggest arrows, you know, going the wrong way and like a slight mishap in judgment, slight, unawareness of where he was, and
Yeah,
like
he
I say, I
literally
feel for
lost
him.
1 minute because of that. So, like, it's massive. This would still be somewhat close.
Platonic could do what B-Man did with the Vamp fight.
He didn't, though.
I took these photos.
Yeah, the only way Mac is going to come back at this point is if he whips something out nobody knows about, Platonic's game crashes, Platonic has a bleed bug, or Platonic forgets how to play MGS2. But it ain't over till it's over.
We have some weird things happen in this game.
Alright, I think without a doubt we're going to see Swim Glitch. He has to. He doesn't have a choice.
He's shown with those sensors as well that he wasn't afraid to just go for stuff if he was behind.
There he goes. Oof, not a good start at all. Nope, he's just gonna forfeit it. Screw it. He was struggling with it, he wasn't feeling it, so now he's just gonna swim. Just eat his loss. Eat the time loss now.
Yeah, like, you can tell when you go for it whether or not you're gonna whether or not you're feeling it and you're gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
Good decision to just abandon it. Is he getting the stingers? Yep.
Oh, accidentally got that. That's not good.
His oxygen was super low, by the way.
Yeah, probably because of Swim Glitch.
Unless he's going to show us a new PSG-1T strap for Vamp. Yeah, something people may not be aware of is you can end the Harrier fight with not enough stingers left to kill Vamp. You need 6. So you have to either have the awareness to pick the pack up in the fight, or go and get them just before Vamp, which loses quite a lot of time, to be honest with you.
So while we have a couple minutes, while these guys are making their way to exiting the Shell 2 core and dealing with Emma and all that fun stuff, we want to remind you that this will be an 11-week league format, round-robin style. Everybody will play each other once, and then we will have a playoff in January to determine a champion. We have one more match remaining in Week 1, coming tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Eastern, between Mayu and Beerish. It'll be another Discord stream, so should be pretty good. 2 evenly matched players. Should be a good race.
Yeah, and they've been PBing like back and forth leading up to their first match tomorrow, so that should be good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, very, very competitive match. Can go either way. Definitely looking forward to that as well.
This game looks ridiculous with no water. I like that no-look AK for the Cypher.
Yeah, I've been doing that, and I originally got that from Mac, so...
I need to check that out. Picking up all kinds of smaller little strats off people. I don't think the way which we all play the game is like... We don't mirror each other, that's for sure. There's a lot of differences between players, and that's becoming more and more apparent as new, riskier strategies are found for each room.
Alright, Platonic is at everybody's favorite part, the sniping section. The ultimate test of skill, will, passion, drive, anything you can think of. Hardest section of the game, especially with these graphics.
Some people have gone to the oil fencer boy and come out the other side a man.
Look at that view, like...
That's not a graphical bug. When you become a master of the oil fence, that's what it looks like. So, how are you feeling about week 2's matches?
Week 2 will be interesting. Just pull up my...
the legendary Tyler 2022.
I have...
which I think could be a hard match.
I have the legendary Plywood, so 2 veterans of speedrunning for sure. Should be some pretty good matches.
I think you'll have a harder time than you think with that match. I wouldn't underestimate Plywood. I certainly wouldn't count him out.
Well, I'm not going to lose, but, like, yeah, I think it'll be closer. I'm going 11-0. Like, it's a fact.
Is that going to be a stream game?
Yes. As far as I know.
Who else we got on stream, or who else do you feel like having on stream?
Don't have the schedule in front of me.
I'm going to make it appear for me.
Yeah, 2 of the 3 matches are set. I just don't remember who they are off the top of my head. Oh, he's out of AK ammo, Mac. Oh, he's got the alert. Attack team's gonna come in. He's got to take him out. Decent awareness was still time loss.
Did he not grab the AK
More
ammo
attack
after
team.
that?
More
Whoa, what happened there?
More guards.
He definitely tried to jump off that ledge to reset the room, but it's not a ledge that you can hang off.
Nope. Oh, now he's getting the shotgun.
I don't know why he keeps spawning more guards. Like, he's M9 in them, so like, shouldn't they just be asleep on the floor?
I think one
3
was left and then one woke one up or something, like, I don't know.
Yeah, so on the Twitch should be Joseph Joestar 316 versus Mac, we believe. You versus Plywood, and Beerish versus Tino.
Yeah, the Beerish versus Tino is confirmed. The Joe and Mac is confirmed. And probably mine and Plywood is confirmed. I'm just awaiting a confirmation from Plywood. But should be good matches on the channel next Thursday night, 6 Eastern. Alright, Platonic with his Vamp 2. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Plays it safe.
I always do that. The weird, like, shots to the leg, though, I've never really understood why people do that. The Euro thing, I assume. I'd shoot through Emma to hit Vamp if I could.
Platonic heading to the core for the final time, getting ready to go to Arsenal Gear, wasting his ammo for good measure because that's what professionals do. Yeah.
I was like, I'm literally looking at Platonic, hoping that not hoping is a strong word, but thinking, oh, if something happens here, Mac can catch up. Oh, if something happens here, Mac can catch up. Like, that would have really been the one on the EF bridge getting shot by the Cypher. Like, that would have helped tremendously. I'm definitely not hoping that Platonic makes a mistake, but I do feel bad for Mac.
So do I. But it's a long season. I think somewhere in the 5-win area would probably get you into the playoffs, so it's really what these runners have to focus on, getting into the top 8 to make the playoffs, and then anything can happen from there.
Yeah, I've been breathing a lot easier since I won against B-Man. I really have.
Yeah, I could see it being
dicey.
as little as 4 getting in the playoffs, but I think 4 or 5 is going to be required. Just depends.
Just in an 11-week season, it's just like, you know, who's gonna get really good? We've seen people get good before.
And we're going to see upsets. We're going to see somebody has come out of nowhere, just take down some giant because they're having an off day. Like, it's going to happen. Like, myself could lose, Platonic could lose. Like, something's going to happen that's big.
Yeah.
So
I have a feeling it will too. I love that attempt by Platonic. He didn't get it, but I like the attempt.
yeah, it's a very hard cartwheel to do. I think he knows at this point, like, what's going on. No zoom by Mac. Pretty clean, very nice. Ooh, and Platonic very wisely waiting because he tried to cartwheel into the guard, missed, got the alert, because the guard can shoot you mid-air, so he waited till he got shot and then did the cartwheel over the gap instead of falling.
You really have to be aware of that. Don't try to attempt that gap any sooner.
Yeah, super good awareness by Platonic.
You'd be foolish to try and jump across that gap with an alert without being shot first. Hey, I had a feeling.
Oh man.
That Mac, because he picks up the PSG-1T, and that menu is just like muscle memory, and if you have the PSG-1T, it's in the place where the AK should be. It's so much harder to do this bridge with the SOCOM, by the way.
I got it, so...
Good patience, though.
Mac heading into Arsenal Gear. Platonic learning how to be a blade master.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It really hasn't, though,
Jack the
Solidus.
Ripper.
It has not been a while. It's only been like 5 minutes.
You know this fellow? You remember me, don't you? You've grown. High concentration of cerebral implants. Have they altered your memory, too?
Platonic's going to do left side Tengu one, right? There's a
Yes.
few people doing that now. I'm doing that. B-Man does it.
You can't keep this up.
Platonic. I remember watching Platonic's video to learn how to do it.
Brace yourself.
It's also incredibly useful for European Extreme, which is just so dope. Oh, you had trouble with the glitch. Second try.
Fortunately, he left that guard up, though. If you leave that third Tengu just before the door up, you get multiple attempts at the door. If you kill that guard, another one spawns in to the left of you immediately, and you only get one attempt. Because that could have been a real mess.
Platonic going with the more traditional
Tengu.
setup. Interesting.
He tried to shoot the floor of the Tengu, but it didn't work.
Is there somebody there?
Yeah, not the best Tengu too, for sure. Mac cartwheels into the guard successfully and gets the Jejunum gap, so pretty clean for him.
Mac is plus 347, he said, so that will be...
That would be nearly a 107.
Nearly a 107.
So, can he stay ahead of Makarov? That's the question. So, we'll see. But anything can happen to anybody on any given day.
That's why I'm a big fan of just play as optimal as possible and wait for your opponent to make mistakes. Like, you're always going to make mistakes in a race, but if you play just play optimal, you won't like make any huge mistakes. You don't need to go for a swag sensor and things like that.
Wonder if Platonic will go for the new Ray strat, where it's middle, right, left instead. Saves about a second. He's got really nothing to lose at this point.
What are you thinking?
I think he will.
I think he will. Alright, Mr. Guy, middle. He's going safe. Going safe.
Why is he going safe? Come on, Platonic. What the hell is this?
Mac also with the left side. Tengu one. This is becoming the norm. He's gonna try the glitch with the AK. Doesn't get it. Now he has to kill more guards.
As I was saying, I'm glad we get a live example of it happening on screen, but that guard dropped to.
You don't need to be flat against the wall either. Like, you can just be close to the door and it still works, but he gets it eventually.
You can like D-pad into it, and then just press down on the D-pad to face away.
Yep.
It's good backup if there's a guard by the door, as sometimes happens.
Now, Mac going with the Bestwick setup for Tengu 2. Generally a little more consistent for most people. Platonic getting to his solidest fight and coming up to the end.
Again, it's a split, right, between people who do a traditional or a Bestwick setup for Tengu 2. But again, Bestwick setup's becoming more popular. Both of them rely on good execution, depending on how the guards spawn. You really do need to practice this room a lot.
Alright, pretty clean phase 1 from Platonic. Got the long dash, unfortunately, from Solidus.
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight
And
fire.
we will go to
created the
IGT,
perfect
as we
assassin to
do for
require
all
Solid
matches.
Snake's brother. S3 stands for Solid Snake
Unfortunate getting
Simulation.
knocked down there for
It's a
Platonic.
development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake.
That would
the
pay
perfect
dividends to
warrior.
another runner in a different
The
scenario.
result is a
Good parry
Foxhound
to
commando.
end
When
his
Foxhound
run.
no longer exists, a simulated
It's a solid
Solid
run from
Snake
Platonic.
shaped
Bad
by
Harrier.
VR resume. Sound like someone you know,
No swim glitch,
Jack?
few movement mishaps, but outside of
I'm
that, it was
sorry
really
to see
solid.
you
Particularly the
reduced to
Fat
one of
Man.
the
That was
Patriots'
ridiculous.
puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase.
So GG to Platonic. I reckon this will probably be like a mid 103.
Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute. Split between life and
Feel free
death.
to give us your IGT
You
predictions
ran
in the
from
chat.
it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real.
Mac coming to his Ray fight. He tried to go for the new setup.
Requires some practice to do that, it really does. It's tricky.
Okay, he gets
I
it.
find it really hard.
Yeah, that right Ray is really awkward because you can accidentally lock onto the leg just like
The
that.
Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
Oh, Mac in the chat just said he forgot how to do Ray, so he wasn't going for the fast strat.
My son.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
So yeah, good old Solidus out of Mac. Finish this out. Yeah, we are going to IGT because we're going to track everyone's IGT for all 11 races, and it may come into play for a tiebreaker. You gotta have the lowest accumulative time to break a tiebreaker. So it rewards you playing as well as you possibly can in every single race.
Raiden.
Let's go.
A little bit of a struggle here. Whiffing on the slashes. He's into phase 2.
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting.
I think he might have tried to go for a parry there and just didn't get it and missed.
That phase 2-1 is really difficult to do parry for.
Nope, he went
I
for the
guess it there.
stab. Pretty nice. And GG for Mac.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
But yeah, that is GG for them. We have a Discord screen from Platonic. There we go. That is fixed now. So,
Hey,
yeah. What's up,
You're
dude?
welcome, dude.
Congrats.
thanks. I think this might be a high 103. I don't have a live split or anything open, but I think it might be a high 103.
Your stream is paused, Mac.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
There it goes.
I switched off so that I could
Okay.
unmute and undeafen, and then I
No
wanted
worries.
to compare to real time or to game time. I was on real time. It's a 107.24, so it's still a horrible, horrible run.
You play like that against me, Mac. Don't worry, you can get me back. You can play like that against me in our next race.
4 minutes behind my PB. Yeah, that was everything that could have gone wrong, including some things that couldn't have gone wrong, still went wrong. Like
I wasn't watching.
running to Harrier way too early.
Yeah, that's the only thing I read in void text. When did that happen?
On my way to Fat Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
so
he
like
literally
way, and
went
I
to the
didn't notice
door.
until I hit what strut is that? D?
The door?
D shell 1 door, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
He got all the way there and then couldn't get to the door, and then he turned back.
It's funny because as I was doing it, I was just like, I don't remember that guard being there, and then it's oh fuck.
I knew as soon as you open the door for strut D, I was like, oh my god, he's not gonna know until he hits the door and it doesn't open.
No, it's just it clicked in after. It was like that guard being there is weird, and then as soon as I went through the door, I was like, oh, that makes sense. That's why.
That's unfortunate.
Oh well.
It happens.
I've never done that before. Like if I've ever done that, it was like first month of running the game ever. Pretty wild.
I've done that multiple times.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember Apache doing it once.
I've also done the one where you're in strut F and you go to you're supposed to defuse the bomb, but you go and try and get the PSG one.
I've done that countless
That
times.
That I've done for sure.
I go to the PSG1 door, I'm like, why isn't this opening?
It really takes you out of it when you hit the door and it doesn't open. It really, like, your brain reacts so strangely to it because it should happen, or as far as you're aware, it should happen.
But yeah, we had some good banter, and it was fun to watch still. But GG to both. Appreciate it.
I'm sure Mac will have some much stronger performances over the next 11 weeks across these.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
10 more games to go. We were saying you probably need about 4 wins, possibly 5 wins to make the playoffs. It's top 8
Okay.
go through.
Yeah, top 8. So it just depends.
I expected to be rusty, but I didn't expect to be that rusty. Like even the little bit that I popped the game open, because I popped it open a couple of times over the last few weeks. Obviously, I haven't done a full run, but every time was just like, wow, this is, yeah, you know, muscle memory. It's working. Everything's going great.
Yeah.
But
You did say, right, you weren't going to practice and you were just going to show up for your games.
Yep. I might practice a little bit going forward, but like I'm not putting a whole lot into it. Like I wouldn't mind streaming a couple of times, you know.
Hell yeah.
Some people might want to pop in for that. So what the hell?
I'll always watch a 2-runner.
It's just it's the time. It's the time, man.
Yeah, you're busy. Get it.
Next
Making
week,
them-
Mac, you have Joseph Joestar 316. How do you feel about that?
It's gonna be honestly, I think it's gonna be close.
He's got a
Especially right now. Even if I practice, I think it's
103.35.
gonna be a close one. It should be a fun one.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward.
It's a
to
good
it.
one to put on the channel for sure.
Oh yeah, we're looking forward to it big time.
Like Joe's getting to the area where he's like almost low 103s now. I think he has a mid 103.
Yeah,
35.
103.35.
Yeah.
2 seconds behind Apache now. So
Yep.
Was that his
Sonic
first
got Mac
104?
right as well.
Or sub 104 rather?
no, he had a 59 before.
Okay. Crazy.
And he also got a 59 in
Yeah, in his
race
first
as well, which
race,
is pretty
yeah.
funny.
Yeah. But he didn't whip out the D mic, so that was good. Alright, Platonic coming to his IGT. Gonna be a 104.20.69 probably. No.
I got that, then I won the race. I won the entire league.
103.30.
Wow. Exactly like I said.
103.30.
Pretty good. Pretty
I
good.
have to know how you beat me with that trash run Platonic. Oh my god.
It wasn't that good, right?
It had its mistakes, that's for sure. Harrier was low damage, right?
It was low
Yes,
damage, yeah.
both were, yeah. Well, it was high damage for Mac, but then he missed the +1, and then it just went array after
When I
that.
saw people talking about like low damage and Harrier RNG, I was like, there was nothing RNG about that. I fucked up. I missed my +1 shot, and I unequipped the stinger early on my last shot. And after I did it, I'm like, well, I missed that shot too. Oh well.
With Swim Glitch, and if you'd have got the 5+1 Harrier, because Platonic didn't, you would have gained like 14 seconds, and then if you'd have nailed the Swim Glitch first time, it could have been really, really close.
Going for Swim Glitch was stupid, but also is at the point where it's just like, whatever, you know, an L is an L. I know I lost this match, so like, might as well shoot for it. But what I didn't account for was I wasn't going to have enough oxygen to make it. After attempting it and then giving up, I was like, whatever, I'll just swim. And then I had to pop up, and then when I popped up, I got the call, and then I got the PSG-1T, which ruined it later on in the run when I tried to quick equip my AK, which didn't have any ammo in it anyway. It was just oh man,
some mistakes for sure.
Pretty wild. I learned backup strats in this run that I've never had to even consider before.
You never know.
What do I do now? SOCOM, I guess. You know, like I've never even. Yeah, pretty wild.
As you found out, it's like quite difficult to do the first cipher shot with the SOCOM. The second one's not too bad, but the first one's crazy awkward.
Yeah, well, luckily I was so slow that he flew away. For times, they're not cumulative, are they? Like
they are for tie-breaking purposes.
Okay.
If there's a three-way tiebreaker for a position or to get in the playoffs, that's what we're gonna use.
Well, time to start getting some 102s.
Yeah.
That's a good attitude. It's a good attitude to take.
Just get a 47, go right to Harrier.
103s, 102s, they're not easy. They're not easy, especially in race environment.
No siree, Bobby. Not at all.
I've never gotten a 102, so that makes it extra funny.
Me either, Mac, but we've got another 10 weeks worth of games, so I'm sure we'll pick one up.
I eat 102s for breakfast, so.
Get out.
Alright, coming up on time for Mr. MackMcD. As he said, probably a 107.24, but just to confirm. $23.
Ooh, that turbo mash saved me half a second on my last split.
So, 103, 107 for both of these guys. That'll end this Discord match. We will see you guys for the next one. Take it easy.